What's up, hello and welcome guys to a new episode of our daily episodes. Today we're going to talk about the SUPERDUKE GT 2020. It's one of the most extraordinary hybrid bikes you could ever own. So it possesses great amount of horse, 170 brake horsepower at the wheel and 140 Newton meters of torque, which is a naked bike and a touring bike. It has an engine, the LC8 engine. This bike is powered by a 1301cc twin cylinder engine, which is just unbeatable. It gives you incredible amount of torque, really powerful first, second, third, fourth gear. The gearing ratio on this bike is very long on the third and fourth gear, so you could really get to 300 kilometers per hour or 200 kilometers per hour on the fourth gear. You don't need to shift any further, which is, I don't know, it keeps the revs so low, which is a good thing on the motorway. However, the first gear is a bit short and very torquey, so if the MTC is turned off, you could really hurt yourself because it wheelies easily, very easily. I added a new screen, which is a PERIG screen, a bit taller than the other normal screen. Adjusting the screen is a bit annoying, above 70 miles per hour. However, it just made a great difference in the touring capacity. Motorbike is a hybrid bike. You'd never get to know that it's a very fast bike, because in traffic and normal daily riding you would not tell that it's so powerful. It's very well designed. It heats a bit, of course, because it's a twin cylinder engine. It has a 200 or 190 rear tire. You could tell that it has sport bike blood running through its veins, through its design, and really high grunt. Engine is full of torque and power. It's really called probably the felony maker, because it really could land you in trouble very easily. Suspension is fully semi-active suspension, which is adjusted. It has 3 different modes, which is rider plus pillion plus luggage, and it has comfort, sport and street, which adjusts the stiffness of the bike, of course. Once you put it in rider plus luggage plus pillion, of course the bike gets raised about maybe 5-6 centimeters. So if you are on the lower side of the height thing, if you're like less than 5'11", you would feel like you're tiptoeing, and it would be very difficult for you to push the bike back. Of course, this bike would overtake any other super sport bike. First, second, third gear, this really would beat any other bike. If you didn't see the race, you could see the race in the next clip against the H2R, one of the fastest super bikes in the world. If I knew this would have such a character and such a powerful engine, I would have never ever bought any super bikes in my life, because this is the all-rounder. It gives you all luxury, comfort and super bike performance. If I would have known that all along, I would have had this one as a first choice. However, I was not really attracted to it first before I try it out and have it in different conditions. The one drawback for the bike is the paint quality. The paint quality is a bit thin, so your zipper on your jacket could scratch the tank. It's not on the same level as the BMW or the other top-end motorcycles on the same price range. Bike starts at 22,000 Swiss francs, which is about $20,000, a bit higher than average for a touring bike, and it drops in value as a second-hand sale about maybe 50%. So I bought this as a second-hand value, great value for money. So it holds its value from the second owner on. However, from the first hand to the second, it loses a lot of money, especially that you have to buy lots of options, such as the screen, heated seat, and the tech pack, which gives you a quick shifter up and down, and the brakes, the ABS Supermoto brakes. Adjusting the screen is manual, so it's hard to adjust the screen on the motorway on speeds above 70 miles per hour. It's a bit difficult. I changed the screen because the original screen is a bit short. I put this PERIG screen, which is very nice. It helped me a lot, especially with wind around your neck and chest. However, the turbulence goes above your head on your helmet unless you lower your head and tuck into the motorbike. That made a great difference touring through the Swiss Alps and the mountains and winds, because wind gets to be channeled at very high speed. bike is really fun, full of character, and could land you in trouble easily because it accelerates very fast. This is the race and an example of how the torque and speed, acceleration actually, of the bike is like. So it takes on any other bike. BMW S1000 XR, Hayabusa to beat the Hayabusa easily, as well as the Kawasaki H2R in acceleration. Top speed, it lacks, of course, the top speed. More than 270 it would not go, because due to the engine size and the cylinders, the bore of the engine. So pistons are really large and have a very big mass, as a V-twin would not rev so high. It's just 10,000, practically 8. So this is the quick shifter, plus ABS Super Moto, which gives you a bit of spin at the rear wheel if you want to have some fun, drift and do some acrobats and land yourself some short jail time and few points on your license, which of course I don't recommend. The damping, you've got the comfort, the street, the sport, which adjusts the stiffness of the suspension. I keep it in comfort because I'm just riding around, enjoying my time. And this is the height of the bike. You have this semi-active suspension is adjusted with rider plus luggage, rider plus pillion plus luggage, which gets so high if you are less than, if you are shorter than 5'11", you'd feel you're tiptoeing if you have the maximum rider plus pillion plus luggage. I've got heated seat on this bike and heated grips on the maximum. They don't get so warm, not like the BMW, but just by KTM, which helps in this weather. If you've got heated seats that are very warm and heated grips. I've added some power parts on the bike. This is the MTC, which is motorcycle traction control. You have to do it twice to confirm you want to put it off, because this is your lifesaver. If it is off, the bike wheels until 4th gear due to the sheer torque and instant throttle sensitivity, so it could really hurt you if you're not used to it, especially in the corner. You have to do it twice to confirm your death wish. Here, another time, and then once it's done, up to you really. Get your health insurance, and it's up to you to die. So it managed to save me several times, especially in rain and winter conditions when you are in a corner and it's a bit slippery. You tend to accelerate, you can get a problem. So it has a sensor on the front wheel and the back wheel, which adjusts the both speed on the both wheels. If it's off, it means it's off. If you turn off the bike and turn it on, by default it goes on again to protect you. The bike starts just with a keyless, it's a keyless ride, so it's really easy to fuel. You don't have to fiddle for the key and take the key out of the ignition and just turn off the bike. You just open the tank, it has a sensor, fuel the bike, and that's it. Has also a large fuel capacity, about I think 26 liters, 25 liters. Really a lot of fuel, and it's one of the most fuel efficient bikes. So it's a bit frugal on fuel, that's very good. 5.6 in like motorway speed. City rides about 6.1, which is far better than the Tuono or the MT10 or the R1 or Aprilia RS34, any of them. I've got this luggage as an option, so this is a keyless ride. However, it still has a key which is matched to this key. The luggage I bought, power parts, really expensive, but it helps you a lot because you can take all what you have and tour and go to some lakes, swim, whatever. It's really fun. So it's an all-rounder. I would give it 9 out of 10 as a motorbike. Fun factor, 9 out of 10. Price, about 7 out of 10. If you buy it used, it's about 9 out of 10 because it wouldn't depreciate much after the second-hand value, and you would not really want to sell it because it gives you so much fun and thrill that you've never experienced before. And this comes from a person who tried the S1000RR. I've owned all bikes, Ducati Panigalis, all of them really, and this is by far, it never disappoints.